Hello everyone, my name is Jen and welcome to the Book Refuge. Alright my friends, welcome to a cozy, rainy, and cold day, and we're going to do a book haul. I was trying to hold off a little bit to do more of like a double month haul, but I've gotten a lot of boxes lately for PR and for recent releases, and that mostly means that the place where I keep my books at is stacked very high. And so we're gonna do a haul, also because it's a Tuesday video. Like I said, Tuesday videos are always tougher to decide what to do with them. So I'm gonna do a book haul here after doing the Blood of My Blood reviews on so many Tuesdays. It feels weird making Tuesday videos again, but I'm excited to show off some of the things that I got, some very special editions, as well as some that I purchased to add to my growing collection, some gifts from a few followers, and yeah, it's just been amazing. One other fun thing I want to share that's not in a video. Well, I unboxed them in my Patreon vlog because I was so excited about it, but I have a supply list that mostly my patrons donate to, which is so kind, you can't believe it, for different things I need for my apartment and for running my small business. And two of the things I had on there were 2 more bookshelves to fully complete my collection. And another reason why I want to do a book haul is because I have 2 new shelves in my bedroom that are mostly all have historical on them, but that means I was able to like rearrange one of my other shelves. So it was just a whole thing, and I want to put some of these books on them. So that's another reason too. Thank you to my wonderful anonymous patron who sent me so many things from my list, like a few things that I'm literally using every day. One of them, I should have brought it over here. If I remember, I'll insert a picture, but it's a pillow for my tablet, and I've literally used it every single day since I've got it. Now I know there are many different types of pillows for tablets. There's ones for when you're laying down, when you're sitting up. This one holds my Android tablet for when I am cross-stitching and working on projects. You would not believe how fantastic such a simple like thing is. I just love it. And a few other things that I'm literally using already, so I don't have them here in this video. But I always have that supply list down below, and I not only have literally some things that are kind of like boring to buy but needed, like shipping stuff, tissue paper, labels, stuff like that, but I've also started including some of my like snacks and stuff on there. So here's one of my snacks sent to me by one of my viewers, so thank you so much. I appreciate it, because your girl runs on Alani and granola bars, like it's a thing. So those are some different ways to help support if you don't want to become a monthly person or whatever. That can just, I mean, they really help. They're small things, but they're great. But other than that, I actually don't have too many gifted books. Why don't I start with those, because I just have a few that were sent from viewers. The rest is all PR and stuff that I need to share with you guys because it was sent to me by authors and my publishers. But let's start with a few. There's just a few books that were gifted by a couple friends and viewers and patrons, and I'm obsessed with them. They're so beautiful. So I thought I would just show those off first. Let's just do that. So one of them is my friend Helen, who, by the way, she also has a channel, which you should absolutely check out, called What Helen Read. And she lives in the UK. And so she ordered for me the Waterstones exclusive edition of Alchemized, which is just stunning. Okay, it has the gold, the raised gold foil here. Really cool. It's also much thicker. I'll show you in a second the, cause I did also order a US copy so that I could have it right away. But then it has the gorgeous like sprayed edges here. Let's be real, they're like laser printed these days. Nobody's spraying this design on there, but I don't care. It's still amazing. And then I actually love this physical copy more. I'll show you, because it has this like roughened it's hard to explain. It has this like textured black, which I'll tell you why is amazing in a minute. Again, so yeah, she had ordered this for me, which was cool because I think it sold out twice. And she ordered this for me like way back for like my birthday earlier this year, which was amazing. And she sent it to me, and it is stunning. And it made it all the way here in honestly almost better condition than my original copy that I got at Target. So there's that. I'll just show it right now since it's here. The copy that I bought on release. Oh, see? I freaking hate this one, you guys. The cover just slipped off when I tried to pick it up. Okay, so here's the original, which it is crazy because they have the same amount of pages, and they're not even like, they're literally the same amount of pages. It's just what it's made out of. But this book is like a lot denser, and it's very slippery. Like, I'm not even trying to do that. Like, it's very slippery. And so the material that it's made out of, you guys, this is crazy. With the map on the inside, which is slick. Like, this thing is a slippery wet fish. Okay, this is, I'm gonna barely loosen my hands. Like, look at, that's every time I push it down, it immediately slides like that. So I know that's a little quirk, but the amount, like, I just tried to pick it up and the book slipped right out of it. Whereas the decision that UK made to, didn't realize this was such a brain quirk, is they made this textured, which is very helpful. So anyway, that's just a side rant, but you know, as someone who collects a lot of books, it's always interesting to see like what type of details are done to like make things smarter. But like, this book is like, I don't know, it already has some dents on it because I've dropped it multiple times because of that. I just don't think it was a super smart design wise. But I got my 2 copies of Alchemized, and thank you, Helen, for sending me the UK one. All right, and then this other whole stack here is from one of my proud producers. Actually, I do have a producer tier on my Patreon that is just for some supporters who want to monetarily support me, but don't necessarily get any like things extra besides like the normal Patreon things. And one of my patrons, she sends me special editions a couple times a year, and I just love them. So she actually, one of these, or 2 of these, she had actually ordered for me. And the other one, she was like, hey, I'm going to get rid of some books. Do you want a couple of these? And there was ones I wanted. So the ones that she had specifically ordered for me were books 2 and 3 in the Pam Godwin dark like cowboy series. I already have, what's the first one? Buckled, Booted, and, oh, shucks. I don't remember what the first one is called, but they all have these super cool designs inside. These ones I think were from the Darkly box, or yeah, they were from Bookish Box Darkly. Trails of Sin series. Book 1, is it bound? Is book 1 bound? What is book 1? I know she has her books listed somewhere. Do you literally not have a list of books listed in the back of this Bookish Darkly? Like, what the fuck? Knotted. Oh, dear Lord. Getting old. So, there's Knotted was book 1, and I already have that one. And then she ordered these 2 for me. Let's see if did I already show the inside of this one? Okay, no, this one is blue. And it has them on the horse together. Looks amazing. Darkly Box has not been doing too bad, I tell you. The ones they did for Juliet Cross I really loved as well. So, and then, yes, the other one she sent me, which I'm so happy to have this because, as I shared on a recent video, I won't be showing the covers of Victoria Wilder's books anymore based on some AI accusations, but I still love the books. I don't blame the author. I'm just not going to be showing her, like, covers anymore. And there is this edition of Bourbon and Lies that is from Dark and Quirky. So, I'm so happy to have this because now I'll be able to show this in some. And this is actually her in if you've read, you know what tub that she is sitting in. But this is so great. So thank you so much to Megan for sending this my way. But yeah, that's so cool. So she sent me that one. And then the other two are books 2 and 3 in this Corinne Michael series that I actually have book 1 already. And now I have the whole trilogy. And these ones were from Bell Book Box. So we have Give Me Love and Keep This Promise. So there are those. So excited about it. Okay, so those were some lovely gifts from viewers. Let's get into all of the PR, and then we'll round off with a few books that I myself purchased. So first up, I got some book mail from Noelle, and it was so sweet because I am absolutely blessed to be able to get copies from her now. Like, what is this life, you guys? Okay. Yeah, I'm so excited. She was also just announced she's going to be in a book box with Beyond the Pages, which is awesome. And there's going to be another special edition of Last Light coming out, you guys. I'm so happy. But recently, Tower came out, which is the most successful book that Claire has had as a release in all of her titles since Purchase Husband first came out. That is amazing, because if you know anything about Amazon, I'm just giving you a little bit of behind the scenes stuff, right? Is that, you know, it's like money-wise is based on page reads, right? And this book is half the length of a lot of her other books because it's a novella, and it is thus far her most successful book in 30 books, which just makes me so happy. I'm so happy to be a part of everything that's going on for her books and releases and everything. And I love this. It is the size of, I mean, I'll even show you so you can see the reference. It's literally the size of like a Harlequin romance or a historical, and the whole series is going to be this size. It's so cute. So this is Tower, and she kindly sent me a signed copy. Here is some artwork from the inside too. These special editions are available on her website. That's the only place you can get them. But you can get a copy that will be like the same size as, I don't know if it's exactly the same size as this one. It might be the same size as like Hold and Release and stuff, but you can also get Tower off of Amazon. I think it's only $9.99 on there, but you can get a signed copy from her website. Then I already have a copy of Protected, of course, but she sent me a copy of Protected as well, because I'm now like, well, you know, I want all of your books signed, because I mean, working for you, there's got to be an extra perk, right? I mean, it's perk enough working for her, of course. So anyway, 2 books from Claire Kent. Very much love it. I'm so excited because she's almost finished writing Ashes, which is the next book after this. That one's going to be Cinderella inspired, and she also shared, which you guys don't understand, she's so used to not like sharing this behind the scenes stuff with people. So I don't often know things that far ahead of other people. I'm trying to get more like, tell me these secrets, tell me the things, like I want to know. But it's actually going to take place closer in the timeline to Devotion. It's going to take place in the year, I think, like 35 after Impact or something. So that's cool. But anyway, very, very happy to have those. Continuing on, we have, that is actually the one that I bought. Let's just go through the stack. I got so many, it's like hard to know where to start. I have already read this one, and I'll be reviewing it in the next weekly wrap-up. I received Sleigh Bells and Snowstorms. Oh, where did I put the stickers at? I actually don't know where I set them because I was reading it, so I took the stickers out. But this will be the like Christmas novel for Claire Kingsley. It is basically a full-size novel length. It's right around 300 pages, and it's so cute. So this will be getting a Trad Pub release. I listened to the audiobook. It's actually a small town Christmas romance, but it has suspense in it like her books have been. And it's actually narrated in duet form by Shane East. I think this one was in duet. Yeah, by Shane East. And is it Stella Hunter who did it? I can't recall, but this was so, so fun. It takes place in Tillicum, though the Havens are very much side characters in this one, like the same way that How the Grump Stole Christmas was. This one actually involves an art, our hero isn't the art thief, but it involves an art or a jewelry theft, and he's trying to catch the thief. So it was very fun to be reading this because of, like, you know, if you know in the true crime world and stuff about what happened at the Louvre. Obviously, Claire Kingsley couldn't have known that. And it just, I was getting a fun feeling while I was reading it because I was like, that is so crazy how life can imitate things sometimes. So really enjoyed this one. Thank you so much to Claire and her team for sending me a copy. Next up, I was sent Bitter Burn from Bloom Books. I already read and reviewed this. I love this trilogy so much, and I might as well show off as well. I'd also pre-ordered my own copy because, you know, I didn't know I was going to get an art copy of this. Absolutely love Sierra Simone. So I pre-ordered this copy, I mean, I think over a year ago because I had pre-ordered it before it even got pushed back. So I totally forgot that I pre-ordered this one. But yeah, this was book 3 in the Lioness trilogy. So thank you so much to Bloom for sending me an early copy. I also had an audio early copy of it. Gobbled it up. Loved it. Also from Bloom, let's just keep going through. I have 2 other ones from them. I was sent an early copy of the re-release of, although I think this one's out now. Yeah, this one's out now. Of A Worthy Opponent, which was so cool. I will probably still buy a regular copy of this one as well because, let me show you, the editions are sprayed edges and they have like gold foil on them. And so they sent me this early copy of Worthy Opponent, which this one is a Tink and Hook reimagined together. Love it. Part of Katie Roberts series. And I want them all to match. So this was amazing to get. I love it. But I will also be I will buy my own copy as well, which is amazing. So I really like this cover. I'm sad we don't like get to see like Hook's face though, but I love her like gold nails, and oh, this one is so hot. This is the first book by Katie Robert that like made me cry. Like I legit teared up when I was reading about this couple. So very blessed to get an early edition of that one. And then for an upcoming release that they sent me, I got Bad Bishop by LJ Shen. And this one is a mafia, like, forced marriage, I believe, or arranged marriage, a scarred hero. He hates everyone but her, which is very on brand for LJ Shen. And this one, I believe, comes out on November 4th. This one is coming out. So, super cool edition of that one. Okay, then we had some beautiful books from A.L. Jackson, okay? Now, she, also there were stickers for these ones too that I put somewhere. But this time around, she actually not only sent me the hardcover edition, which matches the set that I have from her, which, where is it? Oh, it's down there, for Beyond the Blue Horizon, which is gorgeous. Oh, their stickers are in here. Okay, I'll show them in a second here. Woo! Which has the couple on the inside like this. And the tattoo in this one was "In Sorrow We Must Stand." It has the, of course, blue ribbon here and the painted edges of it. This was wonderful. But then she also included, she sent early on a ARC copy as well to everyone, which was so kind. Like, we did not need 2 copies of this, but she sent both the ARC copy and a finished copy of this one. This was book 4 in the series and involved a single mom. Very emotional. Very much loved this one. And then some of the fun stickers with this one was, if I had a heart to give, I'd give it to you. With the couple here, there was the Sanctuary Motel Unit B, as well as a like blue road sign. I actually love this one of that. And then of course the couple on his bike. So that one was adorable there. Okay. Continuing on. Oh, I do have another one from Bloom. I guess we'll wait on that one there. Some other ones I received from, this I think is from Entangled. They sent me Ship of Spells from Red Tower Books. This one, I believe, is this one out yet? Or yeah, this one comes on November 4th as well, which is so cool. This one says, oh yeah, I want to read this because I love what the author put for the ARC readers back here. It says, ahoy, fair reader and hearty shipmate. I started this book one cold winter evening on the shores of Lake Superior. See why I was excited? With a bag of ruins, a roaring fire, and Davy Jones' lullaby on repeat. 3 characters had taken up posts in my brain: a skilled, emotionally locked down young woman, a haunted, mercurial captain, and an unpredictable living ship. The ship is alive. I love it. These 3 have tangled my life for many years, each ending where the other begins, and now I give them to you. You're one of the crew, and if we have fair winds and safe seas, I'll meet you on the other side of the dread wall. Be wary, be wise, beloved. I am so intrigued by that. Okay, I love Lake Superior. I lived a couple years by Lake Superior. It's amazing. So this one says, a grumpy and determined found family, mentorship with bite, out of her element, enemies to tentative trust to, oh no, and the ship has opinions. So I've never tried this author before. This is H. Leighton Dickinson, but Entangled/Red Tower sent this my way. And I remember why I signed up for this one with the sentient ship really got me, okay? I think there's a picture of the ship. I love sentient objects and beings, okay? It's one of my favorite things to see pop up. So I will most definitely do my best to stick it around to this one. I'll probably wait for an audiobook, just to be honest. But I love the idea of this. That gets me really excited. Woo! Like I said, so many boxes. All right, there was also a book mail for Crazy in Love by Laura Pavlov. This was the trad pub release of Rosewood River. I think this one was book 4, so I haven't read the other ones in this one. But just beautiful. This whole series is in Barnes & Noble and stores everywhere now. And Rosewood River, it says Rosewood River says small town, big hearts, and happily ever afters. And this is from Entangled, and the series has Steal My Heart, My Silver Lining, Over the Moon, and Crazy in Love. I've definitely seen these ones around before they were, the covers changed for it. So I will be checking that one out, but here is the beautiful cover. I love that they went with soft covers for a lot of these, which is amazing. Okay, another one that finally got its trad pub release, and if y'all have been around for even a couple of years, you'll know that my favorite book of all time is Outlander. Okay, that's my favorite book ever. I'll recommend it to anyone. I think it's good for anyone. But second only to that, currently, in the contemporary romance land space, for many years, this has been my favorite book. Now, that doesn't mean opinions might have not slightly changed for me through the years, but I just reread it not too long ago again to annotate it for some people. And I always still adore this story. It will always remain very close to my heart. And it finally got a trad pub release. Now, I was reached out to by Arndell, the publisher, because I do some PR for them, and they asked me, you know, which books I wanted, and I did only ask for this one, because though this lone book is my favorite, one of my favorites of all time, I'm not a fan, really, of books 3 and 4, or really some of the others. I'm just not. I think that the author hit pay dirt with this story, and everyone's personalities work just perfectly, and it works for me, okay? And that book is The Takeover. All right, I am so happy about this. Now, The Stopover, I don't hate it, but I don't really care for the Casanova and the Do-Over really by any means at all. I just don't. I don't care for them. But I love The Takeover, and I actually think this edition is beautiful. I really, really do. I love the Eiffel Tower here. I love the edges to it. And I love the soft touch. It's beautiful. I love this. And then there's a beautiful bookmark that has them on it. And what's really cute, I'll show you in a second. So I actually really love this. I love that it didn't go with like a cartoon cover for them or anything. That would have made me kind of sad if it had went that way. This still speaks like this is clearly a romance, but it doesn't have like a cheesy cover. I love the watercolor designs. Let me look at who the cover artist was. Does it say? Cover design by Krista Moffat and Christabella Designs. Cover images from Tina Widinati and Shuttershock. So, wow, someone put that together. I think that is just beautiful. So well put together. Love it. Who needs AI covers, y'all? No one. The answer is no one. So there's this. What came in this box was so cute. Just a few little details to make it fun, okay? So cute. Tristan Miles has always been one of my most swoon-worthy heroes, and yes, he knows it. So pairing his charm with Claire's strength and those 3 mischievous boys was pure joy to write. Whether you're meeting them for the first time or falling in love all over again, I'd be grateful to have you along for the ride. So there was this cute little ticket, which I actually got a few of these in boxes recently. I'll show you in another box. I also got a plane ticket. I should start keeping these little plane tickets of all the destinations I've went to. But yeah, it says it's for Jennifer on it. It's so cute for the Takeover 111 HEA Airways. So cute. A little ticket with my name on it. Then there was a cute little luggage tag that says Miles Media, and it has their names on it, you guys. Okay, it says Jameson, Tristan, Elliot, and Christopher Miles, like, around. So cute, okay? I actually think a luggage tag is a cute thing to include because you don't have to just put that on, like, your actual luggage. You can put it on other things. So I do actually think they're a cute thing to put in boxes. Okay, I know. Not for everyone. But, oh, cute. There's a pen, which is just normal. Wait, what? Shut up. I never saw this. That is too cute. It fell off of that. I did not see that. That is so cute. Okay. Because it included this cute little rocket, which if you've read this story, you know there is, I mean, it's not a wooden rocket that they make, but there is this toy sculpture that Tristan and the boys put together. And so they included this little like rocket in here, and I think that is adorable. But I didn't realize this because it had slipped off, but someone who put the box together had tied a little note to this thing. And it has a little note from Tristan that says, "The boys and I barely survived building our rocket. Now it's your turn." It's so cute. I did not see that when I originally opened this. That is such a cute little touch. So precious. So anyway, again, I'm not a huge fan of the whole series, and I don't need to keep qualifying that. I shouldn't say that. But my point in saying it is that you can like the whole series. Plenty of people love the whole series. That's great. But even if you don't love the stopover, maybe give the takeover a try. You can read it as a standalone. I promise you, you can. I believe when I read it for the first time, I actually read an arc of this book. Because this series was originally done actually with Amazon, and they had their arc available, and I read it and I bawled. I love this book so much. I won't talk about that now, but anyway, I'm so happy the special edition is finally here, and I'm really happy that I can now buy copies of this in my local store, and I can actually annotate it again for readers again, which will be so, so fun. I can't wait to do it. So, there you go. Enough gushing over that, but I just love the takeover so much. All right. Speaking of ones that have a plane ticket, let's just open that box next. So I recently just read Half Light Harbor, and this was sent to me from Valentine PR, which was so sweet. They've been sending me Samantha Young books, and I'm so happy. So I Left My Heart in Half Light Harbor, and this is the first book in the Scottish Isle series, which is very loosely connected to her other ones. But yeah, I already reviewed this in my last weekly wrap-up. But this one is about Tierney and Ramsey, I think. And this was so cute. I loved it. I love that I got one with the couple on the cover. I love the couple covers so much. And with this one, as I had mentioned, it came with a plane ticket on this one too, which is cute. And this one is for boarding pass to Half-Light Harbor to Glasgow, Scotland, which is cute. And then there was a cute little notepad for the guest house, the Leith Sholas, I cannot pronounce it. There's a little guest house they get stuck in overnight together. We got a little postcard, which is of Benach, I can't pronounce it, but it represents that same little place that she talked about in this little postcard here. So it has an age gap, grumpy sunshine, only one bed. It was really fun. And then I got to show you this one, though I do think that their faces are a bit of an odd coloring. That could be the printing that this happened, but I want to show you Akiva, who is almost a main character in this story. She is the hero's dog, and I just love her. So there's a bunch of stickers too, but they're not the prettiest stickers. Let me just say that. I'm sorry to say that. But anyway, that was for Half-Light Harbor, which I loved. Oops. Oopsie. Okay. A few more physically boxes here. All right, this one I don't think I showed in a video yet. I can't remember. I tried to check when, but I'm not sure. But anyway, I had My Favorite Hero by Melanie Moreland here. So we had this box that is Dibs on the Fireman. It was so cute. I love this one. I've already talked about it in like 4 videos. So this one was so cute. Waterhorse is the company that did these ones. And I love it because she also sent all of these page inserts, which are adorable. They're so cute. I love the illustrator. Let me tell you who it is. They even say it on the book plate. She says who her illustrator is. Abby O'Sweet is the name of the illustrator. And now I think this is adorable. It might be too quirky for some people. I get it, that's fine. But I think it is so cute, and it fully matches the style of the book when you read it, because it's sexy, but it's also fun. It's a little bit quirky, and it has humor to it. So I'm okay with this type of like cartoon cover because it still is really speaking to me. It doesn't have like the faceless people or things like that. So I really love that. She also included basically a postcard that matches every one of the illustrations. Caution, unexpected friendship. This is so cute. So some really popular characters in the book are the cat and the dog who become best friends, which is cute. Dibs on the Fireman. And you sure know how to use that hose. My fire is out. If you read the book. If you know, you know, you guys. If you know, you know. She also included another one of her cards, which is great because with each book box, she's had a different like trope card, which is fun. I love that. I've been collecting those as we go. Okay, then there was just a release the other day, and this book is one I haven't read yet, and this is Midnight Macaroons by Fleur de Villani. It is very hard to show up with my ring light, but it is very beautiful, this special edition. This is supposed to be, I think, a witchy romance, but also the witch is a baker. Okay, so that is that style there. And this little box came with a mini spatula and a little macaroon, which is so cute. We have this piece of artwork and this piece of artwork, which is beautiful. And this book is a new release. This is one I believe I signed up for with, I can't remember off the top of my head. It wasn't with NerdFam. It was with a different one. But I signed up with one of the fantasy PR box ones. And again, this is really hard to read, but it says, "Have it your way, kitten." So very beautiful book, but it is quite like dark cover. It's hard to show. But this one just recently released and it is so cute. Look at the little scones and everything. So Thank you so much to the author for sending this. I'm trying to see if they didn't put the blurb on any of the things, so I don't have a blurb to read to you, which is kind of a bummer. I wish that she did. But if I remember correctly, it is a witch, and I can't remember if he's also I think he might be a werewolf. I don't know. I could be wrong, but super, super pretty cover right there. Okay, then an upcoming release from KM Morinova. Bloom also sent me another one of her Dark Forces. Now, y'all know I didn't super love Leave Me Behind, so I'm a little bit nervous about this one, but it does have a different setup. So even though this one is, I think, still enemies to lovers, I think it might be a bit less than the last one. I'll read the back of this one for you guys in a second. But Your Knife, My Heart is coming out on the 4th, I think. This one's coming. There's a lot of books coming out on the 4th and the 6th of November, but I think it's the 4th. So they also sent with 2 stickers. They sent with a You Brought Me Out of the Dark, a little Zippo lighter. That's cool. And then this one says Fury Squad, which is kind of cool that they're sending these out because I have one for the Balam Squad. That's from the other book, so that's kind of cool. And then they also sent me a Dark Forces beanie, which this is actually a nice little beanie. I may use that. It says, I promise, Emery, when I kill you, it will be with a knife to your heart. Oh boy. All right. So it does still sound like enemies going on. Let me read the back of this one because I don't know. This one says Dark, Deadly, and Irresistible. Cameron Mortem has a problem. He can't stop killing his partners. Officially labeled clinically insane, he's also one of the most lethal assets in the Dark Forces, a brutal underground military operation built on obedience, survival, and silence. But an experimental drug has fractured his control, making him a liability whenever someone else is on the field. As punishment, he's thrown back into the Under Trials, a merciless boot camp designed to break the weak and sharpen the ruthless. His one directive is, don't kill the new girl. Emery Meyers narrowly escapes a death sentence of her own after her own brutal crimes, only to find herself forced into the same violent world. Assigned to Cameron, she's expected to survive the trials and her partner's unstable nature. But Emery quickly realizes there's more to Cameron than bloodlust and body counts. Beneath the madness lies a terrifying allure and a strange, dangerous tenderness. As the trials push them to their limits, Emery must navigate the brutal demands of the Dark Forces while resisting the pull of a man that could just easily kill her as protector, and Cameron must fight the one urge he's never been able to overcome. Their bond is intoxicating, chaotic, and born of violence, and if it doesn't destroy them both, it might save them. Now, this book isn't very long, so there's hope in that regard anyway. So I will be giving this one a chance, though. I do think this one's a duet, so I don't think I will have satisfaction after just one book. But I do want to try this author again. I know she also has some like fantasy books. And yeah, I want to give her one more try before I decide that I'm like, don't like her books. But it was a pretty rough read for me with Leave Me Behind. But this one at least makes a little more sense, and they're explained the world a little bit better, even just in the blurb. A lot of the problem I had was not understanding the world when I read that one. Okay, last one that is a box. Here we go. So this is kind of a fun one though, because there will actually be a giveaway for this. Not in this video. I'm going to post it probably on my YouTube page. But I actually have 2 of this book. Because the last time I didn't order, and I've already messed up, I'm really bummed about it, for book 5, I already messed up, but I pre-ordered a copy of When You Blush by Kristen Proby from the Novel Grounds because I have it for the other ones, and I wanted to continue my set, and so I have like a signed book plate, and I pre-ordered this gorgeous edition, because I missed one for book 2, and now I've missed it for book 5 as well. I got on the wait list, so hopefully there'll be some extra copies of it. but I pre-ordered it. And then a week after release for this book, which I love this book, Kristen actually reached out and asked if I would like a influencer box, and I was like, yes, please. So then I got this in the mail a little while later. That is another copy of it, which was so fun. And I got a box with it. So I got a When You Blush box here. So cute. Pictures of everything. It included some cards from my fave. These beautiful cards from Lila Junko. We had One Night Stand. We have a Doctor and Nurse. We have a Surprise Pregnancy. Dancing in the Rain. And we have Hiking Together. So cute. Love it. There was She Tastes Like Sugar and Smells Like Sunshine. Little watercolor. A Bitterroot Valley hiking trail, which I'll show you more about that in a second. And then the General Hospital, which is where they both work. And then there was a water bottle that matches on one style, which is super cool. Bitterroot Valley there, because they do like to hike together. And then I got a second copy, which is great. And this one that is signed directly on the book. So I will be doing a giveaway for one of these, so keep an eye out for that, because I pre-ordered one and she gifted me one, which is super cool. I also love that you can tell these were like hand done, in a way at least, because it doesn't match, which I think is great. I think that's great. They're not just printed the same. So I kind of love that. So thank you so much to Kristen for reaching out. I adore her books. In fact, I just finished reading When We Breathe last night, which is her MMF that takes place in this world. And I loved it so much. I listened to it all in one sitting. But then book 5 is coming. And like I said, I hadn't gotten paid yet, so I didn't pre-order yet. And then literally just this last week, I was like, oh, I want to make sure I order book 5, and it's already sold out on Novel Ground. So I will have to, I'm on the wait list for that one. Okay, just a few more books to share here. We'll get through these real quick. Some recent releases that I bought and one special edition. So I ordered from Juliet's website the special edition of The Wraith King. This one, she actually won't be doing any more sales on her website until the new year. So it might be too late. I don't know. But there is the gold cover of this. It has the colored map inside. And then on the back, where is it? What did I miss it? There is some like artwork in these ones. They have colored pictures. There's one. There's a few like actual colored pictures inside, which is beautiful. So, love to see it. But there's that one from her website. Then these I picked up at Barnes & Noble. I got Hunted, because I do have an ARC of this one, but I didn't get around to it yet, so I bought a physical copy. Branded, which I am currently reading, comes out tomorrow. And then, if you saw my 10 Before the End, one of the books that I have on there that I want to listen to the audiobook is For the Fans. And Podium actually released these in stores now, so you can buy a copy of For the Fans in store. So I did, snagged one of those. Then I actually forgot to show these couple classics in my last book haul because I'd had them on a different shelf and I forgot to show them. I collect copies of certain classics, mostly Jane Austen's and Jane Eyre. I know I'm a basic bitch. I don't care. I collect copies of North and South, Pride and Prejudice, Jane Eyre, and some other of the Jane Austens as well. If I see a really pretty one, I collect those. And so a couple editions that I didn't have yet is I didn't have this Pride and Prejudice that has the peacock feathers. Beautiful. These are from Union Square. All of these are actually from Union Square. And then I've been wanting to read Sense and Sensibility all the way through. I haven't. And I actually had this on my TBR in for September, and I didn't get to it. But I bought this copy, which, you know, matches this one. And I do have the Jane Eyre that matches these ones as well. So we got that. And then there was also this Sense and Sensibility I grabbed because this one has more like regular paper. Like these gold foiled ones, I don't really read these copies. Like I don't really read any of them. They're all for beautiful looks. But I have the copy of Persuasion that I have actually annotated that matches this one. And so I wanted to do that with Sense and Sensibility. So I also grabbed this one with like the fabric cover and more regular pages so that I can annotate that one. So I bought those 3 copies of Jane Austen. And then with my mom, when I was home last, we went to one of our favorite bookstores and I couldn't decide on any books I wanted, but we both did a historical romance grab bag. They have these bags for $5 that have 10 different historicals in them. And I told her right away, I was like, this is going to have Joanna Lindsey, Catherine Coulter in it, but it was only $5 and I love that bookstore. So I was like, I'll buy it. And sure enough, it had, out of the 10 books in mine, 5 of them were either Joanna Lindsey or Catherine Coulter. There was all books that I already owned. And then 2 of them were like anthology ones that I just wasn't interested in. There ended up only being 2 of them that I actually wanted to keep because I'm pretty picky about which historical romances I'm keeping at this point, just because my shelves are already so full. So I ended up keeping Midnight Angel by Rochelle Wayne. Super cool. Love that cover. We even got one of these up top, and I love the mustache and the horse there. Love it. And then I also kept Comanche Cowboy, which is by Georgina Gentry, mostly for the pink horse and the pink dress right there. So just kept 2, which I felt was pretty restraining of me to actually only keep 2 of them. So anyway, that is my most recent haul. I mean, video still ended up being as long as it is, which there you go. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for those of you who sent me books. Helen and Megan, thank you. Thank you to everyone who supported me from my supply list, which again, I always have linked down below if you want to send along something. A lot of times I need highlighters and notebooks. I mean, like a little schoolgirl and everything, and sometimes other things for projects I'm working on. So I really, really appreciate anything anyone sends, or you just watching this video and giving it a thumbs up is helpful too. So thank you so much for watching, friends, and I'll see you next time. Bye.